I'm a contributor for a son. I've been doing this for 4 years. 4 years ago, I realized that we needed to have a LPS consumer assistance group here in Orange County, so I've started that. The end result of that is that I have county council, I have hospitals, I have NAMI Orange County, I have a whole host of people that refer families to me. And out of that mix, I see a wide spectrum of situations dealing with mental illness and homelessness here in Orange County. And I would like to talk about just one of those cases that I see that's dealing with restraining orders. And I'd like to bring up the name of Teresa Boyd. Teresa Boyd is somebody that I met, I would say, approximately 6 years ago in Helen Cameron's Comprehensive Coalition of Mental Health Care or something like that. And she would publicly state that she dealt with a dual diagnosis with her mental health. And over the years, I got to know her on a personal level. She would be somebody that would call me and say that she was living with her mom, she was helping her mother, and in turn had a place to live, and would call me to ask questions about how we could help get the house paid and things like that. This summer, I was at the MHA picnic, which I volunteered for, and while I'm there engrossed in something, I heard someone calling my name, and I looked up. I said, "Jim, it's me, Teresa." I said, "Teresa, how are you?" She said, "Not well." She had evidently a flare-up with her manic depression. The neighbors convinced the mother that she needed to file a restraining order on Teresa. Teresa had just gotten out of, I forget whether it was jail or a hospital, one of the two, that very morning, and shared with me that all of her possessions were taken out of the mother's house. They were put in storage. They were lost. She has no idea where her whole lifetime of possessions went to. Those are one of the types of problems that exist. The other kind of problem that exists is that she was homeless. She was starving hungry. She was there to hopefully get something to eat because it was a picnic after all. So I did what I could do to assist her, and I gave her one of my cards. Please stay in touch with me. So she said, Jim, I never thought this would happen to me. This is somebody who worked with police departments here throughout the county that set up and established all kinds of relationships between the mentally ill and law enforcement. She ran the mental health board, such that is as we know it today. This is somebody who was a major contributor to our community, and now she's homeless. I have no idea where she is. I don't know if she's eating. I don't know if she's dialed in one of your programs. But I just wanted to say that a restraining order is the worst thing we can put on somebody that's mentally ill. We need a mental health restraining order. If they're dangerous enough to restrain them from the family, they're dangerous enough to qualify for a 5150. They need help. They don't need jail. They don't need extensive programs on violations for going back to the house. I could go on and on, but I'm sure my 3 minutes is left. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Jim. Colin Davis.
Hello, everyone. I'm in your camp with my voice. My name is Holland Davis. I'm the pastor of Calvary Chapel in San Clemente, and we like to think we raised our kids the best we could. Our son is Austin Timothy Davis. He's 33 years old. He has a diagnosis of schizoaffective disorder. He refuses treatment because he does not believe he's mentally ill and lacks awareness and insight into his illness. In 2010, he was placed in the PAC program because of severe mental illness. We were informed by the PAC program that if he was homeless, he would qualify for more mental health services. And we were encouraged to put him out of the home. He lived out of his car. We were told that he didn't qualify for housing because he was not hospitalized or jailed enough times. Imagine how it felt to kick your son out of the house to find out he couldn't get services. He was taken to WIC court and was told in front of the PAC social worker by the public defender that he couldn't qualify because he was homeless. He didn't have a way to get there. WIC court is an accountability court, and you have to appear quite often. Shortly after, he was arrested and PAC dropped him for noncompliance. In 2016, he assaulted me during a psychotic episode. We were advised by the police officer and the CAT team to obtain a domestic violence restraining order. And this has resulted in my son becoming permanently homeless. We learned about Laura's Law and AOT. AOT told him we were qualified for housing. We did a BS Vedat interview. He was then told it would be over a year and they would just call us when something came up. We were told OC Links had more resources, so we went to OC Links, and OC Links stopped meeting with him because he couldn't keep a cell phone due to his mental illness, and because he's homeless, they couldn't track him. He's been homeless since June of 2016. That's a year and 4 months. He has never been able to qualify for any services because they are all voluntary services. We've been told by both agencies there's nothing they can do for us, and OC Links actually sent us back to AOT. He's never understood his need for treatment. It was only a matter of time before his untreated psychosis and unstable behaviors would land him in county jail, which is where he is now. My wife is there visiting him right now, and he's facing serious criminal charges where we're told this would be like his second or third strike felonies. Since 2006, he's been hospitalized 9 times, incarcerated 13 times. This year alone, he's been incarcerated 5 times, showing that he's decompensating quickly. He's had 3 restraining orders, 3 felonies. We found no qualifying services that would prevent this from happening, nor any help to keep him safely living. The suggested domestic violence restraining orders only further criminalize his illness and do not ensure treatment.
Thank you, Hall.
Yeah, thank you.
Bill Singleton.
Good morning. My name is Bill Singleton. I'm with Covenant House. We have youth shelters in Los Angeles and Oakland. I just wanted to say that we're looking into trying to get a good picture of the need for youth homeless services in Orange County. Trying to get a good picture of the landscape that we're facing, and then also to look at how we can best partner with the services that are going on and be part of the solution for youth homelessness. Thank you.
Thank you for introducing yourself, Tim. Or, Bill. Tim Houchin from Student Center. Good to see you, Tim.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say, as far as the numbers and the inactive coordination clients, I have a plan for it. If somebody wants to talk to me, contact me. Second of all, I'd like to announce the fact that we're organizing 2 events actually for National Homeless Person Memorial Day on December 21st, 2017. One of our events during the daytime, for the first time ever, and as far as I'm aware of in Orange County, will be giving a full military tribute for fallen homeless vets. And I'm asking for the help of all the different organizations around the county to help connect us with spouses that might potentially be honored in the ceremony with a flag. Let's see. We're unveiling a memorial wall, a transient memorial wall. Speakers will include several members of our state Senate and Assembly, and there will also be an address, recorded message from Governor Brown. Now, over the last few weeks, I've requested proclamations to recognize Homeless Memorial Day from every city in the county. So far, I have 6 cities that have, actually I've got them in hand, the proclamations. Those cities are Santa Ana, Costa Mesa, Mission Viejo, Newport Beach, Fountain Valley, and La Palma. I have at least a half dozen other cities that have committed. Have not received them yet. They're in the mail. The goal was about half the cities. We're almost there. What else we got going here? Anyways, also we will display the proclamations at the event. Requested one from the county, didn't get it. Probably not going to. Request one from the state. Chances are really good. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
I've got flyers out there on the table too.
Lou Noble.
I'm Lou Noble. I'm a homeless advocate for the past almost 4 years. Concerned citizen who actually went out there, talked to people, saw the situation, went to the council meetings, went to the board of supervisors, come here for the past 3 years or so. With this 10-year plan, people keep dying out there, 200 some people a year, 100 people last year, and people are getting sick. I mean, we have actually come up out of our own time without getting paid. Some of our advocates have taken their time to structure a structure that actually it could be implemented, within a few times, 3 months top. Open up those empty lots. I know there's a lot of red tape and a lot of loops you have to go through, but there is a vicious circle that goes in, putting people in shelters and throwing them back out. A lot of them don't qualify. I have a young couple in their 23, 20s, and the girl's pregnant, 5 weeks pregnant. I couldn't find them a place because took them to various places because they're not married. They don't qualify. Others, they have to wait while they're sleeping in the streets. This is not acceptable. We have the law enforcement is not the answer. Even the chief of police has said it. And we keep criminalizing the homeless, implementing ordinance to criminalize all of them. We already have laws for criminals out there. And the more susceptible people that get criminalized is homeless. And when they're the ones that are being taken advantage from the criminal element, getting their phones stolen, and that's why they're always missing phones. They're always trying to get a new phone, missing their prescription drugs because police confiscate their stuff without even looking at it. It's a gentleman that has cancer now. After years, he's put into because his time is almost up. He's going to be dying. So now his Illumination Foundation actually has given him a place. But he got his stuff taken too. And so we have brought solutions like alfresco gardens, and yet they look down on us because of that. San Diego has implemented that. I mean, it's just common sense. So, I mean, something's got to be done, but...
Paul, next.
A couple of items. Mercy House needs to check their drivers for B licenses for their transportation. Number 2, why can't they let the homeless that have trades get hired to be maintenance men? I helped bring the toilets, and I've been working on bringing the portables up with chemicals, electrical issues, at 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. Site supervisor didn't know who to call. And if you guys don't have the right licenses and get caught, guess what? They won't drive for up to 60 days on the first offense. It's in the commercial code.
Thank you, Paul. Curtis Gamble.
One more thing, there's $100 million the county has.
Curtis.
It's $100 million that the county has. Thanks for you. My name is Curtis Gamble, and I'm a veteran, United States Navy. How many of you guys are veterans? I just want to say I'm a veteran. Okay. I'd like to say thank you for your service. I think. How many of you been homeless? Okay. I've been homeless also for 8 years. I'm not homeless anymore now. Thanks to my VA voucher that I got because of Catherine talking to me, actually referring me to next door. Okay, I put down item number 1. Item number 1, it says Anaheim. It says Anaheim, Santa Ana, the city of Orange. All have SB2 zones along the Santa Ana riverbed. These SB2 zones were created as a state law in 2008. Each city must have a zone for a shelter. the city of Orange, their industrial zone, M1, M2, basically runs right along beside of the riverbed. Santa Ana, basically same thing. Anaheim, same thing. The homeless people are where they're supposed to be. We passed this law, and every city wanted to push the homeless people out, away from the inside city. You push them right to where they are, SB2 zone. Okay, now, the good thing about this though, is that we have industrial properties that's for sale in that area, especially in Orange, actually everywhere. We can buy those buildings. But in the meantime, we should help the people by, let's say, helping them get apartment vouchers. I'm a veteran, every apartment should accept VA vouchers and any housing voucher. There is no reason that we can't. I live in an apartment right now because it accepts the VA voucher. If one apartment can do it, all of them, all the housing vouchers. Stop making up excuses, holding all these vouchers and making up excuses. We can do this today. Housing vouchers should be used for hotels, ADA, which is accessory dwelling units, apartments. They should be used for the tiny houses. We should put tiny houses out there right now, today. This is what we can do today. We can build a tiny house in one day. I'd like to also just say thank you guys for everything that you've done. So many homeless people walk up to me and say, hey, Curtis, thank you. I slept in the bed last night. You know all that stuff you taught for years? I thought you were just telling a story. But they say you really did it. And I'm going like, yeah, we all got it done. But even though we need to do more. So I just wanted to thank everybody here in the room for that. You know, the activists as well as the council members, the members, everybody. The other thing, thank you guys.
Appreciate it. So with that, any other member comments before we close?
I do.
Yeah.
I just have a real quick one. To make sure that you don't have a misnomer about vouchers, as you know, I still sit on, I'm still commissioner for Orange County Housing, and we don't have jurisdiction over that. We have a serious problem here in Orange County where there is an attorney for apartments and rentals, leasing things, that he advocates at all their meetings and any place to not accept the vouchers. And Julia, she can verify that what I'm saying is true. You go to their meetings and he tells them not to rent to Section 8 vouchers. And so that's where the biggest hang-up is. It's not that Section 8 vouchers, as long as they pass the inspections and the property is intact, that yes, we can put a voucher in there. But if they're being told not to and given false things of what does and does not happen, we check their property more than they would without a Section 8 voucher or a DASH voucher if you're a veteran. And so that's not something that we have jurisdiction over, and which places will and will not take. HUD gives us very strict guidelines, and we do follow them, and we are one of the counties that get even given extra vouchers for doing such an exceptional job. So we are against the wall. And if you know any people that have property to rent, have them to refer to us and consider taking and renting to a VASH voucher or a Section 8 voucher, because we do have a problem in that area. Not that we don't want you in there, and some people have lost their vouchers because they can't get anybody to rent to them. That has nothing to do with us here at the county housing. That has to do with the industry of someone advocating that that's going to bring their property down. It's actually going to keep it up, because we check more than anyone else would check if we have a person in there. It has to go by our guidelines that HUD gives us.
Thank you, Catherine.
Just want to clear that up. I don't want us taking any black eyes we
with
didn't
that,
earn.
we will wish you a happy birthday, and Julia, congratulations.
Thank you.
And with that, we'll close.
Congratulations, Julia.
Thank you.